Let's go through a bunch of these secret changes, new updates, and free gifts you guys can get right now in MW2. Be sure to subscribe for more update videos like this. First up here, a quick announcement. Right now we have MW2 MP free access, which gives you access to the new MP map, the Expo map as well, which in my opinion is a pretty good map. Not the best map overall, but for the first uniquely made MP map for this game, it is solid for sure. So if you guys don't own MW2, you just have Warzone 2, you want to check it out, that free access is now live until March 20th. And for some more stuff here, the free gifts you're getting a part of Warzone's 3rd anniversary are pretty cool. So we missed March 15th. I'm pretty sure you could still get this here, but the next one up is available on March 19th. It's the Resurgence 2020 emblem. Pretty cool there. On March 23rd, you're getting a pretty cool Warzone sticker. March 27th, a really cool weapon blueprint, the Memory Maker. March 31st, a Gulag calling card. April 4th, Verdansk 84, which is really sick. And then finally, a birthday charm here, April 8th. So again, nothing too crazy, but it is some free gifts you'll be able to get just by going to the Warzone 2 or MW2 store, a part of the 3rd anniversary. So that's that there. And of course, the recent Reloaded update for Season 2 was mostly an MW2 and MP-centric update, but Warzone did get some minor updates here. A big one for the playlist update is that for Ashika Island Resurgence, you now have all modes available, all squad sizes available, from solo, duo, trio to quads, which is solid there. That should have been there at the launch, honestly, but it is finally available. So if you guys want to check that out, that's available right now, of course. And for some MP changes, there's a lot of cool stuff. So the first one here, we actually talked about on the channel. I talked about in random streams. The overall movement is really clunky and slow in MW2. I mean, I do enjoy this year's MP. The gunplay is good, but the movement is weird. The animations are weird. And we talked about calling in kill streaks, especially the UAV being a bit too slow. They actually did speed up the UAV call-in time. You pull it out and you put it away a lot quicker than before. Is it as fast as a game like Black Ops 2, where you just click it once and it automatically goes up? No, it's not that fast, but it's a lot faster, which I think is a lot better. If you're in a run and gun situation, you're capping a flag, you gotta call it in really quickly. It really takes you out of the gunfight when you're calling in your kill streak. I know it's still pretty quick relative to the actual game overall, but you know, it's a lot better, faster in my opinion. So it's a pretty cool change there for multiplayer. And there was a brief change that they made to the tac sprint, which turned out to be a glitch that they did end up fixing. But originally the tac sprint in the game was completely nerfed to where it would go away so quick and then you wouldn't be able to get it until a minute later unless you dolphin dove or slid or something like that. It was very weird. You guys may like how this MP plays and how it is, and I do enjoy it as well, but it is a very slow. It's like a super fast TTK, but a very slow movement, which again, some people like, but I think at least if you're going to have a game like this where the maps are kind of bigger on average as well, you got to keep that movement up. And when we thought they nerfed tac sprint and just sprinting overall, we were very concerned. And of course, again, that turned out to be just a glitch and it's back to normal, but still, it almost wasn't surprising that they actually made that there. I mean, people thought it was an actual change, which, you know, IW would do. Glad they didn't actually do that, but I know some people were talking about it. Just to let you guys know, that is fully fixed now in MP. We also have some more menu updates here. We have full combat records now for MP, Battle Royale, and DMZ, which is pretty cool overall. This, again, should be available at the launch of the game, in my opinion. Like, stuff like this should be right when the game comes out. It's better late than never, I guess, but, you know, for COD 2024, and even in this year's COD 2023 game, which is going to be an extension, supposedly, of the Modern Warfare universe, probably similar to MW2, you gotta have this stuff at launch. You know, proper combat records for Warzone especially, but all parts of the game, MP, DMZ, etc., whatever the secret third mode is. Maybe if we get zombies, let's have combat records for that as well. Ranked play is a big one. We need to have ranked play at launch. That's got to be there at launch. I mean, it's proved to be so popular. There's no way they have to wait again for it. They know, hey, it works well. They know people like it. That's got to be available at launch. Let me know down below other just core features that we just need to see at the launch of a game. Another pretty cool setting here, which they actually added, I think, right before the Reloaded update, but I do want to talk about it really quickly. It's the inverted flash option. So it's in the settings in the interface section. You go to inverted flash, turn it off, and then instead of the bright white flash that you get when, you know, you get flashed by a flash grenade, it's actually a black flash, and then it, you know, has a transition to white a little bit, but it's a lot less harsh on your eyes. Now, to me, it's kind of weird. It's better on the eyes seeing the blackness, but it's also kind of blinding in the sense that you can't see anything, and it almost like decreases my awareness. So I don't know if it's that much better. I think it is good for people that were really annoyed by the huge whiteness on the screen. I mean, the flashbangs are so bright in this game. I think a better fix would have just been making the flash just not as bright instead of having an inverted flash option. But, you know, if you really don't want that there and you would rather see the black pop up, I guess that's better. I'm not so sure, but that is an option now in the game. It is pretty cool overall. Now, before we go through some more MP changes here, quick reminder, my partner Apex Gaming PCs is doing a special discount now, 10% off all site orders, so even more on top of the discount code MATTERS that you'll use at checkout. If you guys do end up buying a PC, be sure to go there, check that out, use code MATTERS as well for an extra discount. Links are down below in the description and in the pinned comment. So for some more content coming very soon, we're of course getting the Shredder Operator skin, which is releasing on March 21st next week. That looks pretty cool. It's also a separate operator, so it's not just a skin for an existing operator, it's a whole separate operator. Really cool stuff there. And of course, we're getting a couple of other new bundles releasing in the next 1 to 2 weeks after this reloaded update, so we'll be covering those on the channel as well. But now for some pretty important weapon balancing updates here. Part of this new update, we have for ARs, the STB556 added minimum damage against armor, limits bullets to kill at furthest range. That kind of made sense there. LMGs, pretty big nerfs across the board. The RAL MG reduced far range damage, small increase to close range damage, reduced headshot damage, reduced upper torso damage, and increased recoil. RPK reduced walking speed and reduced muzzle velocity. We have the second MG3A, reduced damage range. For marksman rifles here, crossbow, increased time period to trigger double kills for challenges. SMGs, MX9, increased mid-damage ranges. The Boss P, increased sprint to fire time and increased damage ranges. PDW, slightly offset weapon, while ADS using iron sights to improve visibility. The Vel-46, increased close damage ranges. Fixed attributes on 30-round magazine to improve handling and mobility. Lockman Sub, reduced movement speed, reduced aim down sight speed, improved recoil control. And the LM Nebula Barrel, improved damage range and improved recoil control. Shotguns here, of course, the KV Broadside. We are expecting this change here. Reduced lower torso damage, 12 gauge ammo, reduced damage ranges, reduced close range damage, and of course the Dragon's Breath ammo, reduced damage ranges, reduced close range damage, and a global reduction to 12 gauge Dragon Breath maximum residual damage. That made complete sense there. Bryson 800 and Bryson 890 increased headshot damage on all slug type ammo and added minimum damage against armor. For attachment changes here, pretty important, we have flinch, reduced recenter speed for flinch, and a minor increase to flinch on ARs, SMGs, LMGs, and shotguns, which is very interesting. I'm not so sure if it's going to have a big effect here, but it's interesting to see them increase flinch across most of the main weapons in the game, which I don't know how you guys feel about that. Let me know down below. For ammunition here, we have hollow point rounds, removed bullet velocity penalty. Frangible rounds, changed healing delay timer to set from last bullet's impact, lengthens the overall delay on a player. Removed damage range penalty. Over pressure round, removed recoil penalty, and increased flinch imparted on players. 12 gauge Dragon's Breath again, reduced residual damage while burning. And 12 gauge slugs and HE slugs added minimum damage against armor. Under barrel launchers, removed movement penalty from grenade launchers, added recoil control bonus to underbarrel grenade and shotgun launchers, and added 1 extra ammunition stock to grenade launchers. Interesting stuff there. For stocks, reduced flinch received on no stock modifications. That's interesting. Bipod grips here, reduced ADS penalty for the bipod V9 grip. For BP2 bipod grip, fixed bug and stat reporting, added hip recoil control, reduced hip walking speed, removed ADS penalty, and added grip 2 compatible LMGs and marksman rifles. Underbarrel grips here, reduced ADS penalty on all underbarrel grips. That's good to see. There were a lot of just penalties on attachments in general, so I'm glad they're making that a little better here. Removed movement speed penalty for vertical grips. Muzzle attachments, breachers, greatly reduced ADS penalty, added hip movement speed buff. Flash hiders, reduced ADS penalty. You're seeing a common theme here. I do like this as well. It's definitely really good to see. Optics, also reduced ADS penalty on hollow optics. Removed movement penalties on hollow optics. Reduced ADS and movement penalties from all thermal, hybrid, and variable zoom optics. And reduced ADS penalty on shotgun scopes as well. Comb attachments, they fixed some handling stuff here on these attachments. That's that. Bug fixes again. I'm not going to go through those. Not as important. For equipment here, frag grenade, damage against armor increased. Claymore, damage against armor increased, and then Semtex as well, armor increased. So that's that there. Audio changes, maybe not as important. Some fixes for enemy footstep audio, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. UI changes are actually pretty important here. Update requires restart. If the title requires a restart due to an update, it'll just restart automatically, which is pretty cool overall. New menus, of course. New menus for weapon and camo challenges, which is really sick. And add a store tab for players to see all available bundles for a specific weapon. Again, W's there for sure. Party queuing, we already talked about. If you join someone's game, if they're already in a game, you'll go into their lobby and you'll just wait for their game to end. And it also gives you a timer as well as to when the match is going to end potentially. That's also really sick. So this is a huge change there, which definitely I want to see in future games. I like this one a lot. And of course, we talked about DMZ combat record as well. A bunch of bug fixes here. We're not going to go through all these, not as important, but those are the main changes for the overall game. The weapons are always a big deal there. Let me know down below if you agree with most of those changes, if you want more changes to the weapons overall. Do you like the new Tempest Turret weapon? It's pretty much like a DMR. I mean, it's pretty solid overall, nothing too special, but it is pretty cool. So let me know down below your opinions on this, and let me know your opinions on Season 2 Reloaded overall. Is it a W update? Is it good? We were expecting more content. Let me know down below. What do you want to see in this game? But overall, that's it here for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more update videos like this. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.